Hello, it is Lord Haywire. I am streaming some 2D 4X today. Not some Hex Demon. I need to work on that some more on my own. That one I don't stream every time. I just stream occasionally whenever I feel like it. Man, that was a shitty stream yesterday. All sorts of issues. Accomplished nothing. Everything was crap. That happens sometimes though. And I figure, instead of just not showing it, because I don't have to put it on YouTube. I can hide it on YouTube. I figure, sometimes you gotta show the shitty sides of programming because it doesn't always work out how you think it's going to. You think you're gonna make progress, and then you know what happens? Nothing. You make no progress, and it's all shit, and the world sucks. But that's life. So yeah, I just fucked with the thing a little bit before I started. I've been wanting this start on pause to work, and I just needed to put a null check in here, and so I did. There's another way you can do these null checks. I guess you can put a question mark there. I'm not really a fan of that because for new people it's confusing, and I'm trying to make my code as new people friendly, but at some point I think I'm gonna have to embrace that. My music suddenly just stopped, and we're gonna music you guys can't hear, of course, like always. So what are we doing today? Yesterday, or last week actually, not yesterday. Last week, the plan was to try to get this thing here. Well, the plan was to try to get a lot more done as well, but I knew that I wouldn't accomplish everything I had on schedule. Was to get it so that this you could recruit as an army leader. And what happened instead is we rebuilt this whole thing. And so this looks completely different. There's faction leaders. You can actually check these. We don't want that to be able to be done, though. We just want them to be checked off. So we're going to still continue to work on this. And you can also get to this through this, and they won't be any of these things. They'll just be normal people. And we also want to put it so that, like, if right now we only have one skill that's construction, we'll hide all of these. But it's set up so we can have more skills available later. So we're just setting up things. This is unknown. Does this actually have... Oh, yeah, we can't click that. We might want to change that. Yeah, we're going to have to fix that, too. This is all listed in my GitHub. And this is open source. So there's that. My music is not... I keep clicking it, and for some reason, it needs me to click one more thing and to start. So we're finally there. I know you guys can't hear it. That's the plan. It's planned out that way. Anyways, so back to this thing. The hero list checkbox panel container is this little guy. We're going to change this image too to be to correspond. If it's the faction leader, it will have this one, and then I have two other graphics somewhere. If it's just like an aid to the faction leader, it will be that one, and if it's an army, it will be the fall PNG. They look like shit, but we don't care. We're just going with it. We're going for it. So let's look at my list and add icon to hero list for 3 different hero types. We got the icon added, but it's not currently... It just sits there. It doesn't know which one to put. So the first thing I think we're gonna do is set up these icons for when this appears. Win, how's it going? How's life? We keep missing each other. Our time zones are like exactly opposite. When I'm getting up, you're going to sleep. So I opened this thing. I already forgot what this is called. Hero panel container. Actually, I think it's called hero list button. Yeah, it is. I last night I was walking to the store. Why was I going to this? Oh, I had to get cigarettes. They stopped selling my type of cigarettes. I might quit smoking. I can't believe I'm saying that. I was walking to the store and I was like, I'm gonna get a 6-pack of beer. I haven't had a 6-pack of beer in a long time. And then I was like, I get so fucking hungover off one 6-pack now that it's not even worth it for me. And it made me sad that, like, I'd be bedridden all day for one six packs. You know, they're tall boys, but even so. Uh, and it just made me sad that I don't even have the option of just getting shithoused every once in a while because my body can't handle it. Like, what happened to the world here? So what is this thing doing? This thing is instantiating. Okay, no, that's for spawning the token. And this pulls up the button. So this has no control over itself currently, but we do need to put in here. Oh, I already put it in here. I did it last time. We need this hero rec, and did I connect it? Let's see. I did. So I guess we already did this last time. So when this thing instantiates, which should be probably in here somewhere. Man, this still says buildings button. We should probably just change that. Improvements button. And then we should probably test it since I just renamed something. Yeah, it's just, you know, the good old days, right? The good old days. Yeah, this, me renaming that broke it, but that's expected. Let's fix it. You know what I did the other? What was it? Oh, I remember. I finally figured out you could just double click this stuff, and it will select the word. Nobody told me that. No, it's everyone else's fault. I accidentally double clicked it the other day, and I was like, "Wait, what just happened?" Yeah, and now I'm like, once again, so there's two things I'm trying to retrain myself. One is that you can just copy a whole line by just selecting anywhere on it, or you can cut it too. And the double click thing, I'm trying to retrain myself because Jesus Christ, do I hate doing this? Man, I hate that. Yeah. And I noticed it would like sometimes it would, you know, like is that thing. Anyways, yeah. You learn something new every day, I guess. Um so now I forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, we renamed that thing and it broke it. So we just need to do the signal needs an update. And what did I call it here? It's probably got the wrong name here. Close button. Oh, wrong area. It would be on this one. Oh, I have the right name here. Well, we don't want that though. Oh, god damn it. No, that's right. It keeps popping this up like and there's something wrong with it. I don't think there is. Or maybe there is. I don't know. That is quite an orange color there. Yeah, that's right. All right. So that was just a little nothing that had nothing to do with anything, but I did want it to be changed. Uh, so in this thing, yeah, generate heroes panel list is what we want to do here. Oh, but let's do something first. I have these classes, and I was thinking about this. I think we'll just name them, but might want to use an array, actually. Where's my shit? Here it is. Let's do a new script here. All graphics. Because I'd have to remember which order they're in if I use an array. And that's the whole thing. I'm always fighting against my memory. This thing can go away, I believe. Can't remember. So yesterday someone was in chat said they couldn't remember everything. You know, they were worried because they were in, yeah. Because they were worried that they didn't want to start programming because they can't remember stuff. And I was like, well, I can't remember shit ever. I just double check everything. So let's do this. Hero, what are these things? They're a public class inside a public class. Let's put the namespace in here. Namespace, player space. And did you watch that video, Wind? It was pretty interesting. It's very similar. So Wind is working on a generic system, a game system that's similar to this. And I've been working on like learning and copying his code to generate these counties. And some of them, or one version has you can move a little guy around. And then somebody posted a video on my Discord of someone else doing something similar. Then we'll go. Yeah, this probably should just be an array, but we'll just call it. We'll just whatever it here. I just looked at this. We'll go like this. We'll go like this. So this should be hero button. And this is going to be an image, I believe. And this will be faction leader image, I suppose. But we're going to need this to be, oh, you know what? This can't be a public class because we need to be able to stick it on something. Because we need to be able to drag shit into it. Yeah, I was a little surprised that there was interest on the subject. And I watched a CK3. Yeah, this can't be a public class. We need to be able to attach it to. We could make it a resource. We'll just make it a node. I also watched a CK3 like modding thing, and I thought it was kind of interesting because it was pretty much identical to that guy's video, but from a modding perspective. I watched it like a couple weeks ago. We're gonna get rid of all this crap. We're gonna do this no. Let's see, can I do it this way? I don't think I can put export in here. Well, I can. Get out of here. Okay, it must be provided. I guess we don't need. I guess that's not really required to make it a constant. Let's fix this shit. If we attach I'm gonna see if this will, my idea here will work. We're just gonna put like a node here. And we'll put it up here. I could put this in main, but we're gonna get a lot of them. And this thing won't go here anymore. This will just be a normal old script. I don't know why this thing popped up. Did I drag the wrong one? All graphics. I did not. Can I attach this? Yes. Okay. Let's build you. Oh, I can't put it. It's not an image. It's got to be. Get the fuck out of here. It's got to be a. What did I do with this other one? These are textures. Texture 2D, I assume. Let's see. I just want to see if my idea here will work. So the problem I encountered, which I figured out a way to fix it, but I haven't tested it on Mac and Linux, and I don't know if, yeah, this isn't going to show up. I need to test it on that too. So we'll just do this the dumb shit way for now. So when I read from disk, which I used to have no issues with, all of a sudden it started flipping out, and it doesn't work the way it used to. So make sure this can go in there. All right, that's perfect. Let's rename these things though to Army Icon. And this is going to be leader, faction leader. So I'm no longer like I said, probably should do this as an array. But, and I guess I'm not following my own naming conventions again. Probably should do this as an array so that it's, but whatever. We're not going to do it that way right now. And so that everything I possibly can, I want, because it's not packing stuff. It's not packing this. This isn't getting added to the pack when I export this prefabs folder, for example. And so when I try to read it from disk, it doesn't work. And it used to. I don't know what changed. Because my Hexdemon one, I had it working 100% exporting, and I've exported a bunch of times, and then all of a sudden it won't read anything that I'm reading from like inside of these folders. And I messed with the export stuff, whatever, etc., etc. So now I'm just going to drag and drop everything up here, because if it's up here, it's fine. All right, so we need 2 more of these. And we won't do this capital thing. This is just going to be called faction leader image. We're going to have to redrag that in there. No, we're going to call it texture. And then we'll make a copy of this. I have like a bunch of demons in the other one that it reads from it's like anything in this folder is a demon, and that doesn't work. Faction aid texture icon texture and then army icon texture. And then we'll put this. We'll build this. This will go away because I renamed this. And we'll put this one here. We'll put this one here. We'll put this one here. We'll save this. We'll go back to this county info thing. And then it is saying somewhere, what do we have? No. My cat was gone for a couple of days, but I mean, it's not really my cat. And it came back this morning. It did not like the new food I got it. It looked at me like, you son of a bitch. When I afforded it was healthy food. And I when I bought it, I was like, when you're a kid, you don't like the healthy food. I was like, the same thing's going to happen when I give this to the cat. It's not going to like it. And I was right. All right, so we're assigning this label here. Yeah, and they're very picky, and he's always been picky, but lately So I used to buy these big bags of food, and what was I think happening is they would start getting stale because he couldn't eat it fast enough. So I started buying these little food of different types, and I was like, he hasn't had this yet, and you know, he didn't like it. Hero texture rack, hero title texture rack, huh? We could do a switch here, I think. Because we're going to want to do. So if the whole thing we need to do here is if it's one of the three things, it needs to show the different icon. So I think we could do a switch here. I just got to remember what the fuck a switch looks like. Because once again, back to the memory thing. And I have it. I have one. I have one right here. Oh, no, I don't. That's my other game. All right, we'll look up just a normal old C# switch. Maybe we'll look at this pattern. So it's actually going to be three different things. Different. Basically, it's like if faction leader equals true, it's this. If army equals true, it's this. If, because it's three different bools. So let's see. C# check three different bools. I don't know if, no, bools? Books? Bools. Multiple bool conditions. I have three bools in my code and an int property that depends on what bools are true and false. Best way to accomplish this, if A and B and C can they, I'm thinking, can they, no, they only can be one or the other. You can do an else if. That makes no sense to me at all. You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? Here, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to write it the shitty way, or maybe it's not the shitty way. And then I'm going to ask ChatGPT, because for C#, ChatGPT has years of stuff. So let's see, if hero prefab, oh, you know what, we probably, how did I do this? Hero list button? Hero list button, what do we got on here? County population. Go. That's true. That is very true. County population. Come here. We have. I think I'm going to rename this. We're no longer. It's not really a hero. Is faction aid. We've gone with aid. The only problem with this is these two words will make it easy for my eyes to make mistakes, since they're both faction. All right, so we already have the bools in there. I wasn't sure if we had done that yet. County population is faction leader equals true. This is going to be... What did we call that thing? All graphics. I need an instance on that wherever I put it. So that's what I was wondering, like maybe I should just take this out. The word faction, because like maybe it doesn't even need to be in there. Like they're not going to be something else. What am I going for? Oh, this is what I'm going for. You know, I could do that in all of them because they're not. I don't think they can be anything else. What am I doing here? I need an instance. All graphics. Nope. Close. And then we're going to need to fix this. Then we're going to need a ready in here. I don't know. I don't think it can be. It only, I mean, it could be, but it would always be, it's assigned to that other one. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't even, it's not even necessary. Whoops. Leader. So let me think. I had a different thing a long time ago. I had a thing that was, but it still was never used. I had like another, like, is AI leader, but it doesn't really matter anymore. So actually, let's put this back and do it this way. Let's just rename this to, is... How many leaders can there be? At some point, 6 months from now, I'm going to be like, fuck, I wish this said faction. And then army leader because that needs to be differentiated. All right, then we'll use this bug to go back over here. And we'll go instance dot leader icon texture rec. What did I put these as? Oh, I probably have to go. Where the fuck is the thing I was just at? Is this a sprite 2D or some shit? I've done this before, but I can't remember. Once again, let's move this over here. Texture rec. How did I do this? Let's see, it was under... It was under... I like to know what the things are when I see them on another spot. That's why I always put the thing at the end, what they are, like a sprite or whatever. How did I do this thing? Well, this is called selected hero texture. That's a texture 2D. What is this thing I'm trying to assign it to? This one is in spawn. We're spawning those things from the hero list button. No, it happens when you click it. It would be under select token, actually. I think I'm gonna rename select county at some point too, because that's the name of it when I was in Unity. In Unity, you can attach multiple scripts to the same thing. Oh, you know what? They do it on they know on their own under token info, I think. Or token movement, one of these ones. I think I renamed it to token movement. It knows. Man, why can't I remember any of this shit? Do I have to cast this? What is this thing? Texture rec. But I want, this has to go back to a texture 2D. Stop it. Oh wait, double click. Texture 2D. No. I think I have to put, let me look at this. You know what? That's the easiest way. Let's look at what this thing looks like. Where are you? This is here. This is a texture. Okay, it's dot texture. Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus Christ. There we go. My God. All that. What are you complaining about? Oh, we have some weird shit in here. Then we're going to go if hero, it's the same thing. Let's just copy this and put it down here and change it. Is aid. And then aid. And then this else, we can make this an else. And then I'm going to ask ChatGPT after this. I actually need, no, I don't need that at all. I need this again. It's probably still on my clipboard. It is army icon. And then I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to go over here, ChatGPT. And log in with my Google account here. Bring this back over here. Better way to do this in C#. Certainly. No, it's just an else if. What about a switch? It'll be like, no, fuck you. Sometimes I feel like it agrees. Okay, so that would be a different, which is an idea. Occasionally, like I'll ask ChatGPT a question and it will give me an answer that's kind of weird. But then I'll think about it and I'll be like, actually, this is like maybe it is better to have like, you know, an enum or something that shows what this is instead of having 3 bools. Right now we're going to do 3 bools though. What does this thing say? Just an else if. Let's just copy it and paste it in here out of laziness. Then let's see if this does anything. Do I have my stuff assigned? I do. We got our very pixelated battle rifle there. Oh, we renamed that, but it shouldn't matter. It should still be getting assigned. Just in case ChatGPT had some weird shit in there. Oh, wait. Wait. I renamed those things. Aid. Yeah, occasionally it will have like a bug in the code that it gives you, and if you listen to it, it can drive you insane. Is leader. So on the hero generation, yeah, it has to be one of these. Let's paste this. Whoops. Um, let's paste this back in here. On hero generation, or county population generation, which I saw over here earlier. This, oh, you know what it is? It is, this down here is fucked up. But it doesn't seem like this should, oh, look, we have all sorts of issues down here. It doesn't seem like this should matter, but I guess it does. Is leader. No. Is leader. I guess those, I keep looking at those icons thinking that I don't like them. Did we, you know what also might not be assigned is, let's make sure this looks like it's assigned. Hero list button, which is what that is. So the name is happening because it would be bugging out on the name. Is leader. Let's go back and look at this. It should be false though. Let me look at this error a little closer. Oh, do we not have instance ready? I think I put that in there. That's usually my classic fuck up there. Generate heroes panel list. Object not set to an instance of an object. Well, bools can't be null, so they should just be false if it's not. Age is leader is set to true. What's going on here? Oh, fuck. I think in some cases it needs to have both of them. It's differentiated. Like, is it a hero and a leader? And that was why these are both true. What is the next one? Is army leader is false. Is worker is false. Then the last thing is true. Leader of people perk is true. And then where it should be to construction skill, I think, yeah, there's some things that check to make sure these are both true. I guess we can change that. That doesn't solve our current problem. Leader of people. Let's put in here in this big long thing. Is leader, and then we'll do is leader. Except this is like a, where am I? Hero person? I don't know. I think that's funny. Okay, hero person. Is leader. True, true, true. So there's some other issue with this. I've not connected something or something. One of my renamings has fucked me up. You've clicked Portland. Maybe the county populate. Well, no, it would. It would. Wait, what is this county population? We could get rid of this prefab. Oh, is that what's happening? That's what's happening. Is it hasn't been assigned to the county population yet. That's what's happening. We can just get rid of this though, or we can move, or we can move that up, or we can move this down. Whoa. County or yeah, county population. It's always a problem. All right. So it's hitting that one first, and it's true. You know what? My code would have come back wrong. I'm almost positive. I'm gonna put my code back. I just want to make sure. I think my code would have brought back this one because it would have hit this one first, but they're also an aid. I just want to make sure that my oh, now I gotta fix everything. Ah, fuck it. We don't care. We don't care that much. I'm pretty sure my code would have been wrong though. It would have brought back the other. Also, this is now too long. Let's just put a note in for that because I don't really care right now. Armies. This is actually under whatchamacallit, this. Hero names are now too long for the box in the hero button list. I'm gonna put this all the way above the next round here. We're gonna convert this to an issue. 2D4X, 2D4X, and we can make it smaller, but I'm not gonna worry about it right now. So yeah, my code, it would have got the wrong thing. I wonder what we're checking, because I think this is going to be a problem. Where are we checking this? Update description info. If the hero, if it's, okay, so this is if it's already recruited. See, this is one check where it's using hero as a catch-all for, it's checking, is it just in just like the category of hero? And it's like, yes, it is a hero, so then it does the recruit button thing. But now it's only checking if it's an aid, which this wouldn't work. So we could put this back to is hero and then put it like at the top and then have the 3 different things, and we could check one way we can check just that, or because otherwise we'd have to check all three of those things. Is it any three, all three of those, which isn't the end of the world. It's like a category. We probably, that's what I'm going to do. Let's rename this, actually. And we'll probably want to check that, or change that, though. And then we'll do here. And then we'll put this, like, up here. And this down here. And then down here, we'll change it again. Army leader. We want this one to be moved. I want it over here. I didn't get the comma. Bool is aid. And I'm going to do something here. This needs to be up. Is this the right order? Leader, aid is army leader. Yep. Then we're going to have this thing over here. True is going to be hero, aid, false. There should be another one. Yeah, it's right up here. These are all false. These are just for the normal population. And now let's test it again. Yeah. So is hero will be like a catch-all. Billy Davis. And he is a hero. Let's change something else here too. I just want to make sure it's working. So let's make this false and this true, and let's see if we get the correct thing, the correct icon, basically. Whoops, I hit that twice. Yeah. All right, we get the correct icon, so I guess we should check the last thing just to make sure. Just to make sure. We could also change that to a category. We might want to change that to a category. It's like, who knows? There might be more types. In fact, there probably will be. Okay, that didn't work. Did I save this? Did I restart this? Did I save this? That's saved. Yeah, that didn't work. I'm glad I double checked it now. We got the 3 different things. Let's go back to our county info panel. Is hero. Is aid. Is leader, is aid, else that. Me renaming all that shit probably fucked up all sorts of stuff. But you know my love of renaming. Alright, and he has a gun. So that's right. And then let's go back to our county population generation and make this right. And that is one of the items on our list to be done, and it's done. Add icon to hero list for 3 different hero types. It is done. We're going to close that issue. What's next? Link activities in the population description panel. So what it's talking about, let's look how this works. I don't think this has ever worked, and it just wasn't, I just like, forgot about it. Or if we look on here, these always say idle, regardless if they're idle or not. Let's, oh, we have to build something here to double check this. I guess we haven't tested that today, so might as well. So this says build Forester's Shack. So if we go and click on one of these. Oh, this is, okay, so it says building now, but it needs to also say the type of building it's building. So this is also a button that we have, like, that's being instantiated. So it's like a scene. It's a scene. My music stopped. I've never seen this in my life before. On my music, it says the following content might contain suicide or self-harm topics. It's music, man. It's music. Music's is always filled with that stuff. What the fuck? Music's all about suffering and pain. All right, what was I doing? We need to find, I think it's under UI scenes here. It's this one. Then we'll open this one. But we're doing this, so when this is being clicked on, this is the population. We can close some of these. We don't need these open right now. It's being clicked on by the population list. So I'm guessing one of these. Yeah, we just have this one script on here. It's probably when it's instantiating. Here we go. It's assigning all this stuff. Current improvement name. It says it's oh wait. If next activity equals building, it should have the building name on, or the improvement name. Else it just has the activity. So either something's going wrong. So we must not be either assigning the improvement right, or we're not as well. No, it has to say building, because otherwise it wouldn't. This wouldn't work here. If current improvement is not equal to null, then we do that. If next activity, why are we doing this differently? Why don't we just say if next improvement is not equal to null, then it's going to be this, else it's going to be that. And then if this, so if it equals null, it will do that. I wonder why I did that differently. I think that was probably, I changed something. I assume you're talking about music still. I don't know. Oh wait, what happened here? Where did I click on? Wasco. That's why I got worried that we had something busted, but it's not. I mean, some songs are, but generally, okay, so that's idle. Generally, I feel like music is kind of about suffering and stuff. Not all of it, obviously. Um, okay, so this is building forest shack. They both say building. What do I got down here? We know that because this is being generated the same way. I mean, I assume it is. So this is going to be that button. That button is, or is this generated with a weight or on visibility change? I almost said on awake. That's like that's Unity's version of this. Um, I love banana. How's it going? I've been playing some Victoria 3, and it's funny that the AI loves to build like banana farms, and I'm always like, more nanners, huh? Just like any place I play, there's always like the AI is always just like adding bananas. And then it's like it feels like there's other ways to get fruit, and it's like, man, the AI just likes bananas. Uh, on visibility change, you know what? This is the wrong thing. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I need this one. Yeah, we just don't. It's literally, I was looking at the list. I guess I fixed the list to make it more, whatchamacallit. This is what we want. Let's close this thing. And let's just copy. Wait, it's not this one. Uh, I just had the fucking thing open. It's right here. Let's just copy this. This is next activity. And it's literally identical. And copy this one. And put it right here. All right, current activity, next activity, construction skill. We got to fix this. This is actually this is next on the list of things we got to fix. So we might as well fix it right now. We don't need this two-string shit anymore. I need another one of these. No, I don't. Construction, person, construction skill. All right. I guess we do need to test that. Because the time's paused, I think um, this is right. I think because the time's paused. Oh yeah, we got a bug down here. Current activity person. What is this person? Because I did just copy and paste this. Current person is a county population. It's the selected county population. And so the problem here, now time's paused. I'm thinking, I still selected somebody. But they haven't the day hasn't passed. Let's see this. Let's see. I think it's when we're generating the population. Did I close that fucking thing? I did. I closed it. Where's my population generation thing? Fine, fuck you, I'll get it over here. Fuck you. I will get it over here. Oh, you know what it's doing is it doesn't have this yet, so it shits itself. It doesn't have the building. And so my big change that I did, no, it still should have worked. It should have just had the idle thing. Oh, I don't have that if statement thing in here. I don't have this in here. This whole thing could just go over, sort of, to, where is this? This is the problem. If this is null, I copy this. Cut it. Cut this one. Can I just paste like that? No. It kind of worked. Let's see. And then this one is very similar. Except, and then this will just be like this. It's literally the same exact problem that, just get the fuck out of here. So we need some stuff in here. All right. Pretty sure that is the problem. I'm trying to also train myself not to X out of this window, because I noticed in my other game it stops way faster if you click the stop button. Sometimes it kind of like hangs up. All right, let's check this first. Next activity is their idle. This person can be recruited as both. We need to fix this next. Is that on my list? Well, we just did this one. That was the thing that I was like, we might as well fix this. Update titles, update perks. Okay, it's on the list. Let's make something. We got something assigned. There we go. These are done. I guess we should let it run for a second just to make sure we don't get any explosions of garbage that has happened. Let's check them. Building the Fisher's Shack. Let's also check, this guy. Make sure that it's not fucked up. It's right. All right, the idle workers kicked in. All right, everything is right there. I can't decide. Whoops. I can't decide if I should just turn off these skills for now. I kind of want to leave them in there just so that we know that that's how that little panel is going to work. The skills panel is going to have like a actual more skills there. Because if I just put, I can just turn them off. It's not that big of a deal. Let's see how that looks. This is the one I rebuilt last time, and that's why it has the 150. It has the 150 H box and V boxes. Man, I got so many of them. There's literally like 16 of them in there or some shit. See, like that makes it look like I fucked something up. I'm gonna leave it like that though for now. And I'm gonna take a quick break because we just accomplished something. I was watching a Splattercat video and he was talking about that he likes to congratulate himself on accomplishing things in video games, and I was like, I know how that is. I like to uh, uh, congratulate myself by checkboxing stuff that was really easy. Like I'll put something in and then immediately do it and then mark it off. Uh, Anyways, I'm gonna take a quick break and I will be back in less than 5 minutes. Man, I've been eating like a ton of ice cream, which I normally do, but then I stopped. And like it was last night, even though I've brushed my teeth a bunch of times, I can still taste like old ice cream, like sugar in my mouth. And like my body must be generating it. I gotta like go brush my teeth again because it's a nasty taste. I'll be right back. All right. Um, Let me turn this off and start this. And skip this song that you guys can't hear. And so it wasn't the ice cream itself. It's just like the day after ice cream taste because I ate so much ice cream. My mouth is still exuding ice cream. Uh, so I've started calling these things wherever they are. I don't know where I am here. These things are titles. So this is talking about it needs to update what you are when you go in here. But one of the things I noticed in my 100, here we go. We're going to rename these to their correct shit, which probably is going to break something. I think these need to be disabled. Oh, it grays out the whole thing. Well, that's actually not the end of the world. We want these all disabled here. Why do you look so different? Disabled there. it's fine. No, I usually comment, like there's that like really old joke of like, when they ask what your sex is, you say yes, please, or more. I want more sex. The sex label is definitely. We got a sex bool in here. Like yes, I want more. That's the. Okay, so these are gonna be grayed out, except unless you are one of them. That's fine. It doesn't matter. But we do need to fix that in this thing. So I was thinking about deleting this line. So we go construction. This should be at the top now. We'll do titles. This is the recruitment button. I'm not quite sure why this order is in this order because the recruitment button's at the bottom. Let's put this at the bottom. And the construction label is actually at the bottom as well. It's underneath all this stuff. It's above this though. And the activities are at the like on the next page. So let's put them. They're before that though. Let's put them. Let's just do this in order so it's like that everything's consistent here. Then we got their name, their age, their sex, and then down over here. Is that what happened next? No, the titles are above this. So let's put the titles. Are between their name. Let's put it right here. And this is going to be this is going to basically be the same thing we did down on that other page. Except it's going to be a checkbox. So we won't, do we have these checkboxes on here? We don't. So let's put these checkboxes in here. So they're going to go between here. Private checkbox. Leader checkbox. I thought for a second it was gonna guess what was next, but it did not do it. Aid checkbox, and then we'll do this next one. And you know what I'm gonna probably forget to do is link these things. So then we'll do the same thing that we kind of did over here, wherever that thing was. Where was that thing? That was under the hero list button. Yeah, it was under the county, this thing. Copy this, and we'll put it over. We could turn this into a method. I guess it's attaching to different shit. This is gonna go here, and this is gonna be person. What is this? Person is a selected county. Person is, what's your problem here? Oh, because yeah, this is not. This is. I should probably just call these county population, honestly, instead of person. Keep it consistent. And then the thing we're updating is these checkboxes, not the texture. In fact, all this shit can go. This is the leader checkbox, disabled equals false, and then leader checkbox checked. What is it? What is it called? It's called something. Joker, how's it going? How's the video making going? What is today? Friday? What are these things called? These things are called. What is toggle mode? I don't know. This is what we want. So we want button pressed. Equals true. And then we're just gonna basically copy this stuff. Put it here, copy this, put it here. This is gonna be aid. This is gonna be aid. No, this is gonna be army. Army leader. Whoops. Army leader with a capital C. And then we're gonna close this thing. Haven't done anything yet. Not Saturday, I guess, huh? Denise Haywire. This doesn't work. Oh, I forgot to link the things just like I said I would do. Motherfucker. I know myself so well. This isn't what I want. Later checkbox. I said it. I called my own incompetence. That means something, right? Okay. You're not an army leader. Okay, so that's the problem. This isn't actually gonna work the way. Where the fuck is it? This if else thing. Wait, this isn't an else. This isn't an else situation. It can be nothing. And so this is this is just a series of ifs. A series of ifs with a series of ifs. If any of them ever show up as two things, we know we got something wrong. Oh, actually, that's not true. Motherfucker. They could be. No, what? army leader would, or so they could be your faction leader and Lord Mac, how's it going? They could be a faction leader and an army leader. Well, we'll worry about that later. All right, this person's a nothing, so that's we got that right. And then this person is not a nothing. They're the faction leader. So that works. I need to put a note in that about this. Let's put this under armies as well. And a faction leader can also be an army leader on their description panel and probably on the hero list county info panel should be able to have two things. Fellow kids is my favorite meme, by the way, because I'm old. And I feel like I feel like that's a whenever I use an emoji, that's how I feel. All right, titles is done, even though we just found a problem with it. Update perks. Okay, perks are going. There's only one perk, but what it's currently going to do, we have like a placeholder for more. But let's turn this back on. Perks down here should say unknown unless they have leader of people perk. Is it? Is it? You know, it's just sometimes it at work mostly. I definitely feel like joining in and using emojis. I guess a lot of the other people are my age though too at work. I've been using the lobster emoji a lot for no apparent reason. Just put it at the end of my sentence. That yeah, mostly just that one. I don't know if I hope it doesn't have any other meaning that I don't know. Oh no, I've been sexually harassing my coworkers and I didn't even know it. Okay, so this description is going to be before this. Is it before? It's after their sex. It's actually right after that. So then this is going to be Waffly. How's it going? Doesn't JetBrain cost money? When I looked at it the other day, it looked very expensive. The other day being like a month ago, because I was like, man, maybe I'll switch over to that. And it looked like there was... yeah, the weirdo thing, I understand that too. Waffly, do they have a free one? Because when I looked, it looked like it was all, and it was like it was pretty expensive. Because I was curious to check it out, and I thought maybe there would be like a free version. So, like, I don't know if I would use it all the time, but I was, like, I don't know if I'd switch over to it, but I wanted to try it out and just to see what it was like. So this needs to go. I don't know what this song is that started that you guys can't hear, but it sounds like reggae, and I'm not a big reggae fan. Perks is after sex, so we want this here. And we go if... You know what I did is I just put a thing on though. Oh, you like, so it's like it's like the old days of software where you actually owned some software. Impossible. equals true. I actually wonder how that would continue to work. There's a couple of software that I still use that you buy it once, and I do kind of understand this subscription model, but it's the subscriptions are so expensive. Like Adobe, any Adobe products, holy shit, it's just out of control. The way I made this may have been not the best way. So let's look at perks here. It's just the label, huh? No, I guess that works. That does work. We'll have to have another fucking label in here, though. And we'll go right here. Leader of people. So I think that the thing that's going to happen is we'll change this around when we have more than one perk, and we'll have like it will rename that perk. It will just be like a perk label 1, and we'll put like what that perk is. If you only have one perk, then you only get the it'll rename that label. I guess we could write it that way right now. Yeah, let's just do it that way now. First perk label, and then we'll do no perk, no perks label. And then we'll go back down to this gigantic mess. We'll go first perk label, text equals leader of people, and then we'll have show else no perks label show we gotta hide this other one too. No perks label hide. If I didn't know you, probably I would think someone was probably copying and pasting your messages. I would think someone who was trolling you. Waffly, do you use JetBrains? I'm curious. I've seen so JetBrains pretty much in Unity because I came over from Unity. Everyone who does Unity videos is always shilling JetBrains, and it's almost like a turnoff because it's so. I don't think they can get rid of a perk at this point, but we'll just put this in here just in case. And we'll close this. Visual Studio Code, that's what I started on, and then I switched to Unity, and I switched over to this, and then I don't want to go back. I already I I already tried. Okay, unknown perk. Whoa, I see a bug. This person has 10,000 construction. You know what happened? You know what happened? Is I didn't link these things again. Every time. We're going to rename this. Every time. It's definitely so it's definitely I was reading. It's definitely popular. All right, now that's fixed because then let's make sure that the leader it adds that and that works. That was pretty easy. Fingers crossed that it doesn't implode now that I said that. Mark this as done. Wait for it to go away. This might be a next round thing. This is a next round thing. We'll do that later. Uh, okay, so the recruit army button. So this is actually no longer needed because we're doing it a different way. We're going to show by the little icon. And this is going to be the more complicated. Everything's been pretty cake up to here. We have these 150,000 things linked. Now we just have to add 150,000 more. Recruit aid button should work. Let's test it. Just make sure we haven't broke anything, and then we'll make this. Oh, I have a script attached to that. You know what? That script is probably the recruit aid script. Let's see. Oh, look, she became an army person right off the bat. It's interesting. It's not how that's supposed to work. She's an army. So that's broken. Let's figure out what I did here. This is a recruit button. Recruit button. All right, so we need, well, you know, this might work. Now, it doesn't really do much. Open the confirmation panel. That's fine. As long as, where did we stick this confirmation panel here? Here it is, recruit hero confirmation panel. And this is one where I built my own instead of, we could pass in a variable to here. Is hero equals true. Well, and is hero should be true. So that means something else. Oh, it's because it's an else if. I think this might be better if it was a category. Except they can be two things. I keep forgetting that. Uh, let's see. So I would like to not have two scripts for the same, basically the same thing. Title label. So we probably could put in here. Not that at all. So how is this gonna work? Oh, I was thinking about this last time. Okay, so this is how this would work. If you pick the is aid, it doesn't automatically make you an army leader, but if you recruit from is army leader, it automatically makes you an aid as well. So we need to have this say is army leader. This is gonna be somewhat confusing if we use that variable name though, because the other thing is also called, so there'd be a local variable in the script called is army leader, and then there's going to be a variable attached to the county population that's also is army leader. So let's say this army leader recruited. Let's do that. What did I do? Control D on accident there. So how are we going to do this? So you get that pop up, but how do we know? So you click on the description panel. The description panel has two different buttons. One is the aid, one is the army. You click on the aid, it needs to pass in. Are you recruiting? We could stick that in globals just for the fuck of it, because it would know then which one you picked. Otherwise, we would have to pass it to. Now we can pass it to this. From when you click the button, it's opening this thing up. So let's do that. We don't need to put it in globals. So I think what we can do is, where are these buttons? I closed everything down. Left panel. We got quite a few things in here. So many H boxes. Okay, so recruit army button. I think we can go. I haven't done an advanced one in a long time. We want to add a bool. Open confirmation. We would want to change where this is. We'd want to move this. I mean, this is quite a nothing on this. We can just get rid of this whole script. Let's close it so we never have to look at it again. I'm kidding, of course, because I need to go delete it. We put this here, and this is we can just say show right here, but then we can pass in a bool, whatever, army leader recruited, and then we can go army leader recruited equals army leader. I know. Shut up. And then down here, when you hit the yes button, we would be able to use that to like what, because it's only going to give them an icon, and it's only going to change a couple of things like down here. Everything else is pretty much going to be the same. But we need to pass in this thing. Let's just disconnect it. And then let's connect it to. We gotta scroll through the 150 of these things. So it's going to connect to here. And I think I just do that. And that's going to assign this. I think let's do. That. The other one we haven't fixed, so that's not gonna work unless whatever, unless we do it. It seemed like that took an unusually long amount of time. Well, that isn't working. Uh, what did I link? This happens all the time. Did we link the other one? The other one isn't even open. Uh, this happens to me all the time because it's like other things are selected, but they don't look selected. So I just now have to go through and find what I accidentally linked. It's weird how janky the the interacting with these windows is. And I saw an open issue about it. It was like make this shit less janky. um, I guess I can just look maybe on the close button. Nope. Just look for signals. Recruit aid button. Is this the old one though? I guess this is the old one, but we do need to add this to here anyways. No, this should be off. And this should go to this thing. I want to relink it, but I think I linked something else. I don't see it. It's just like it didn't work. Button up. See, I see like it's saying something down here, but it's not. It's there now. What are these errors it's complaining about? The provided callable is null. Recruit hero confirmation container. Maybe I'm linking it to the wrong thing. Looks right. That looks right to me. Well, let's see what happens now. Sometimes uh, these things are just nothings. They're nothings. And I actually linked both of them, I think. But let's. Armor leader recruit is true. Now let's go back to the other one. Well, we need to fix that too. Let's put that on our list. Once it's been recruited as an army leader, it needs to not be able to be done again. Disable recruit army leader button when it isn't possible. And currently, you cannot make once they're made an army leader or whatever. You can't turn that off. So that's a different issue for down the road. All right, and so that's passing the bool and everything just like I wanted. The one thing I kind of wish, oh, this is coming out correct too. I kind of wish you could click this. Hitting close and going back to this is kind of lame. So that is under the population. Well, it's actually population. It's both. Both would. I guess I just have counties, is what that's under. Not county improvement. Counties. It seems like it would be nice to be able to click the population button from the population list and the population description, or even have a back button. Like from here, this one wouldn't need a back button. Well, yeah, this one wouldn't need a back button, but this one, it almost seems like you should have like a back button somewhere. Definitely be able to click that again, because this is like kind of tedious. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's just, it can be done better, you know? So let's put this next round. Let's convert it to, man, we got a lot of stuff for the next round. Let's convert this to an issue. We should probably break these into two different things. Description panel and list panel. Doesn't look like I have. Yeah, I should probably break those into two. I'm not going to do it today, but maybe when we get to that next time. So currently, let's look at this again and make sure how this, let's see our issues, our problems here. I already know what it is. It came to me. So, okay, when you hit yes, we need to say some different stuff. Charge for hero. So you can't have an army leader unless they start out as an aide, is the thing. And you don't get charged again to make them an army hero. So charge for hero is okay. Remove them from the county population and add them to the hero population. That is correct. Charge for hero is correct. If army leader recruited equals false, do this. Else, do. See, this is when the problems are going to come in, is because this is not going to show up correctly. I guess if we turn is aid to false, but it actually is both. But we have this hero thing, so it should be fine. So it isn't getting hit twice, but this is hero is. It's kind of a weird. I'm doing this kind of a weird way. I don't think I like it. I think eventually we're going to have to rewrite this whole thing. I mean, we're going to have to rewrite the whole fucking game like 10 times. Goddamn cord on my headset. But this will, be 11 times for this thing. So I think we need to do that, but then we also need to disable the correct button. But that's in a different spot. That's in when this thing comes up. we need to have, see, like if this thing, cost of hero. Okay, so this thing checks if you don't have enough influence, they're disabled, or the hero population is hero equals true. See, this is called recruit button. This is wrong. This is wrong. We have a hero recruitment. We have recruit button. All right, this is wrong. You know when you have those friends who are like wrong, like you say something and that's like wrong. That's what's making me laugh about that. Okay, this one should be aid recruit button, and then we can duplicate this, and this is gonna be army leader recruit button. Then we'll build this, and because I'm gonna forget, I'm just gonna do it right now. Did I already rename the other one? Oh, I did. I was gonna go and rename them and click on this thing. Recruit button. That's not, they're not called that, but okay. Army. Where are you? It's right here. We'll save it. This shit is getting complicated. Each panel is growing, ever growing. There's another way we can do this as well. We can go like this, and we'll just comment this out temporarily because I'm going to copy that out of here. So if you don't have the money for, well, that's not true. You can turn someone you already hired. All right, go back. That's not true. All right, if you don't have the money, your cost of hero, if you don't have the money and is hero, and is hero is true, yes, that would be the recruit aid button would be turned off on that person. So if you have either one, if you don't have the money or if you don't have the thing, that's disabled. If you do have the money and it's not a hero, the aid thing is true, or is disabled is false. But what about the army thing? The army thing is going to be a whole different ball of wax, I guess. Cal, how's it going? How's your day going? I always say like afternoon, and the person's like, it's midnight where I'm at. So I'm trying to, I keep saying like, how's your existence? But that sounds kind of rude. How's your life, shitbag? That's what it sounds like. Okay. Player, we don't need that. We need, we don't need this either. We need county population. Army leader is equal to false. Let's keep these consistent. Then the equals true. The reason I'm thinking about this is because if they're already an army leader, they have to have already been an aide. So we could say like, hey, if that's true, then these things are off. But let's just not worry about it right now. If army leader is false. Yeah. All right. Let's double check this. That's right. So this is just some wingnut. They're not anything. So then let's check this person who's the faction leader. And they are not an army leader. Oh, but they got some shitty construction role there. And they're old. They are not an army leader. County name Cowlitz 2. What? The fuck was that? I'm writing this down to look at this immediately after this. Then if we go back to here, see, these are both checked, which is what we want. These are disabled, which we want. But now we're back to this question. You probably want to know if that person's an army leader or your faction leader. I think we got to fix that now. Cowlitz? I don't know. That's it's probably some Native American name, but that's what its real name is Cowlitz in real life. I think we have to do this because it's too confusing. I guess I didn't test this very well either. Let's go to like this person. And let's recruit him straight as an army leader. Let's watch this too to make sure this works. All right, they got the right thing. Then let's recruit one more. I don't know why. Because I have to go back that way because it's shitty. And then let's just recruit you as an aide. Oh, look at that. So this person... Oh, you know what it is? Is it never... So we need to update this panel. When you hire someone, it needs to update that panel, and it didn't. So that is on the confirmation button. It could be some sort of German, like there might have been like a German, immigrants that live there or something. Update panel description should have done that. How's it going? Just, I guess I'm going to call you Just here. We were talking about Roblox the other day. I think that was on my other channel, though. This needs to update. So, update description info is not what I'm thinking of here. We want to go generate heroes panel. Okay, so this is the problem. This needs to be down at the bottom. Oh, wait, I'm retraining myself. Let's cut it, and then let's put it down here, like down there. Because it was doing that, and then that might solve our whole issue here. I was thinking we probably had already done that. And then I can look up why it's called Cowlitz. I was just thinking. We're going to recruit this as an aide. So that came out right. And this is right. So you could then recruit them as an army leader. Let's see if that works. It did work, except it made a duplicate of them. So generate heroes panel list. We need to clear this shit out. We need to delete you. It seems like it's right here, isn't it? I am working on a 2D 4X game, like post-apocalyptic, that takes place in North America. Very, very, very early infancy, and I'm like kind of like each part of the game I'm just doing the very basics of, and then I go to the next part because I'm still learning, and as I go through each one, um, I learn a little more and add stuff, and like I have to rewrite stuff. So when I go through and make everything as basic as possible, um, then I'll go through again and start improving stuff. Because like I said, I'm learning, so I'm like changing things as I go all the time. I'm renaming stuff constantly. I feel like this is hero list parent. The aides are the heroes. So they're just, but I needed a name. I needed just a word that was like, so all of the heroes, you mean like, what do they do? Um, you can move them around the map. Normal population, you can't. So you hire a person to like do research or whatever. Uh, and those people can have like assistants. And I couldn't think of like, what is the faction leader? I don't want to call him hero because it sounds dumb if it's a fantasy game, yes, but they're heroes like in a fantasy game. They lead armies, they attack, they do research, they explore. So I was using the term aid. They're an aid to the sorry, the faction leader. Um, I feel like I have the wrong hero thing here or something because this should have blown away. Well, let's see. Generate hero panelist. Is that getting called? No, no, it's not at all. Um, yeah, I feel like so this is the confirmation button. You hit yes, and this should go. If this is not equal to 0, go through each one of its children and destroy it. And this should happen every time. Maybe it generated it twice. There's only one ad for each. That's the problem. It's this thing. We're adding it in twice. We're adding it in twice right here. So we need to remove it one. Well, maybe not. If the army leader is false, Random, how's it going? Um, so it gets charged. We remove it from here. If you click the recruit army button, it's going to set these to true. So in this particular case, this doesn't really matter, but it's going to get kind of. We don't want to add it twice, so we're going to have to do like another if statement. Or rewrite it so that this works for both. This is actually, I'm going to take a quick break, actually, and I will be back in less than 5 minutes. It's a perfect time before I rewrite this whole thing. I guess I won't be rewriting the whole thing, but a small portion of it. I got to find my break timer, and there it is. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Um, and my mom is playing Red Dead Redemption 2 right now, and she keeps messaging me um, about like how to play it, and I keep messaging her back. I'm looking at chat right now. Survival first-person shooters is nice, kind of like Rust. I've never played Rust. I'm not I don't like people that much in my video games, other humans. Um, oh yeah, we were gonna rewrite this thing. Did I turn on my break timer? I did. You spend so much time building your base, and then someone comes over and destroys it. Not into that. Sorry, I was doing three things at once. So what we're gonna have to do is it only gets added to the list if it's not already on the list. So what we could do. My cat has also come in and it's meowing. It wants my attention so bad. Um, why? Normally, when I'm sitting here talking, it knows that that I'm busy, but not today. It's raining outside. It's raining outside, and it's all wet too. Kind of gross. Um, Trying to think of the best way to do this. So if is it always removed when you click one of those? Not necessarily, actually. It's only gonna. It could already have been in there. So if it passes in false, let's just write it separately. Then we'll see if we can combine. If uh, is hero is already true, then you don't do anything. So is not true. Is this the easiest way to do this? I think this actually might be the easiest way to just do this here. This cat does not like being on camera or being on my lap. Otherwise, I'd pick it up and put it on my lap so you could see it. But it does not like being picked up at all. Oh, it sees me looking at it, so it wants some more attention here. It's a requirement. You got to pet the cat, Especially, I haven't seen it for a couple of days. I don't know where it went. It's an outdoor cat. It's actually not my cat. It's some neighborhood cat. I think that's all we need. Let's just test it and see. Man, I got a lot of crap here. And it's just going to keep growing. It's just going to keep growing. Lori Williams, huh? So let's test that first. Lori Williams is already on the list. So she's already a hero. Yeah, I want to make her an army leader. And nothing changed, so that's actually right. Because we haven't fixed this other issue. Now this person, we're going to recruit as an army leader. They're nothing. Oh, these are getting marked, though. These are getting marked wrong. Titles isn't working right. Where's my done list? If I can find it, I'll pull this out of here. Titles isn't working right. Now, where are you gonna have gone to here? It takes a second for this con thing. Okay, it didn't go anywhere. See, the scroll to the right's working today. It doesn't always work. This is gonna be in progress. Because we need to go back to that. I also need to look at that cowlets too thing. Anyways, that's wrong. Gregory Parker, let's double check this. Gregory Parker is just a nobody. It seems to think he's a faction leader, but he's not. We're going to recruit as an army leader, and it should give him a gun over here. And well, that was already broken, and these are turned off. So I think that's working now. We didn't get a duplicate of him, but now we have to go back and look at what the fuck these titles are. But I'm gonna look up Cowlitz real quick. Cowlitz County name. Had a jail roster. Capturing the medicine spirit. Very bright. Cowlitz Indian term. So yeah, it's a Native American thing. Now what is up with this Cowlitz 2? Oh look, Portland 2. Did I rename these things at some point? These are pulling from resources somewhere over here. They don't have the thing next to them. I wonder if I put like a little test in there. Oh, this is the hero. What is this? And hero population. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, so all of these, this is Tillamook, Portland, this is Cowlitz, Wasco, and all of these have weird names. And this is actually not, like, the counties are much smaller. I'm using like multiple counties in one county. Like Tillamook is like one little part of this. It's probably like this. But they all have weird name. I live in Multnomah County, which is Portland is Multnomah County. They're all like Native American names. I think, there's no Portland County. All right, so I think that's what that thing is. That weird Cowlitz 2 thing was just I don't know if it's even triggering that. I guess it's this. Well, that one worked. Yeah, that's what that is. Whoops. They're always going as faction leaders, so there's obviously something wrong with this description thing. It's not here, though. It's under... I moved this shit around. It's in the same... It's under... Let's put this. It's right here. If county leader is true, county leader uh if the aide is true, we need these to work two different ones. You know, I haven't really thought much about 2024. How about you? Are you ready? I feel like I have another channel where I stream video games. I'm gonna do like an end of year top 10, which I've never done before, video. Um, they always should be disabled. Oh shit. You can click on these things. Okay, that's not gonna work. Um, though, clicking on one of those things might be a better option for recruitment. Instead of recruiting an army leader, clicking on it might be, huh, well, yeah, I hope that nostalgic is good. It has like a lot of games that I streamed in 2022 as well, because I streamed both. Um, yeah, my life is pretty like repetitive and boring because I'm old. So, like 2024 is probably going to be a lot the same as 2023. Uh, so if I disable these, if I leave these disabled, let's say, because they start out disabled and we just checkbox them, it's going to look dumb as shit, I'm pretty sure. We might have to just put like a checkbox there, not a, unless there's like some sort of like interactable. Yeah, so like it doesn't look very good. Let's look at this. Is there some sort of like interactable thing on these bazillion? Where the fuck are these things? Okay, so toggle mode, I think, is what we want off. We need to look at a person here. Oh, except we need to put this back. I think it's toggle mode that we want to have that off. That way you can't do anything to it, but it just showed. That's all I was using it just as a like a. Oh, but then the checkbox is gone. It's not gone. Let's turn this thing on and look at this here for a second. Oh, you can't, with toggle mode, you can't. All right, this is going to work. This is not going to work how I want it. I just thought the checkbox would be up. I don't want to roll over my cat. I'm scooting my chair back. Every once in a while, he hangs out right back there. I'm worried about like breaking his leg or something. I have to change my music that you guys can't hear. It's some sort of like modern ska, and I'm not a big fan of modern ska. So what I was thinking was that it would look better with a checkbox because it would be pretty obvious that it was a that was what they were. But you know, if these other ones are grayed out, it kind of works too. There's these little check boxes in the background. Like that actually looks okay, but you can see this little checkbox. And oh, we're getting some sort of error probably. That's a different problem we'll deal with in a second. And now I kind of like the idea of getting rid of these recruit buttons, and you could just click one of these. Let's not worry about it. Let's make sure that let's get rid of the checkbox thing, and we'll just have this, and I'll put a note in because we might come back and have to change everything anyways. Hero titles are currently a checkbox, and they probably need to be changed to either a button or because as we add stuff, we're gonna be changing that screen anyways. They probably need to be changed to either a button or a label. They need to be changed to something. Now we have to fix this code. Let's hit play again and see what this needs to be off. And these all need to have toggleable. We'll have disabled on. And then we'll stop that button press thing. I just need to see what it looks like here. We aren't getting any bugs there. Maybe I had that thing, maybe I had the description panel open when I ran it. See, this person thinks Amanda Bell is not a faction leader. So I'm gonna run this one more time. The other day, you know, I have music that you guys can't hear, and for a while I was thinking about doing that, but yeah, this shouldn't be here. But I don't want to deal with all the copyright stuff, and I don't want to play electronic music because I dislike electronic music. So disabled, button pressed. These will all have to go. Yeah, because it's probably pretty. It's probably pretty quiet when I'm just sitting here thinking. Because I've actually, spot checked my videos after I'm done and been like, man, I'm sitting there for like 30 seconds in complete silence and not moving. I'll be thinking, and I'll just be like sitting like this, and I'm like, what? Yeah. So I agree with you. It's just the copyright issue. Twitch is much more hardcore about the copyright issue. YouTube will say like, this is a copyrighted song, but the person allows you to stream it. Uh, Twitch just says like, you fucked up, goddamn copyright issue. And you can, and actually Joker, who was in chat earlier, says he's gotten permission from people and he has to argue with Twitch all the time about uh about oh, you know what I think this is if it gets turned on once, it's just on forever. So we need to sorry, I was mid sentence and then it dawned on me what happened. So if these ones need to be turned off, man, what a pain in the ass, though. You know what? An easier way to do this would be we write a little method that just turns them off every time it updates, and or we put it in. Oh, we don't have a little. I don't have a little thing. Update description info. So we'll just write a method in here. We'll call it. I'll put it right above these titles. Disable all buttons. And then down here, we'll actually just copy this from like here to here. Yeah, and you know, this has come up pretty regularly actually. The other thing is a few people have said they're very against music and streams, which surprises me actually. I should do like a poll or something. And this is going to be true. I think what was happening is it's leaving that on from the other one, and this is going to be ugly for a second here. K, get out of here. KD, save, not two of them. Now let's see. You know, I've watched a couple of streams, and I'm trying to think. I don't think I was ever paying attention for the music. I watched a guy drawing for a little bit, and he had music. It was like guitar, you know, like acoustic guitar music, which kind of went along with the mellow thing he was drawing. Thanks, Lord Mac. But I don't know if that. So this is working. Like the whole thing is you gotta. Okay, so that's what it was. Let's recruit this person though. And now they're an aide. Now they're still an aide. God damn it! I really want to be able to click over there. I didn't know that that was such a terrible thing until I started fucking with this. Obviously, this picture is not going to be that same picture every time. One day we'll put in portraits for them. And then let's turn someone into an army leader. And then let's check this other person. And then let's check just some random person. And their buttons all work. See, it would be kind of cool if you could just click, these are disabled, but you could click them to turn them into one of the things. But yeah, you know, when I first started streaming, I was very much wanting to play music, and I did a couple of times. And then, you know, I got all the copyright warnings, and I've done a couple of times since then, I've just been like, fuck the copyright warnings, I don't give a shit. And then someone actually in chat told me how to avoid that. But then, once again, I also sometimes, while I'm streaming, I'll be repeating the same song over and over again because I just want to hear that one song. So I don't think chat would want to hear the same song 10 times in a row. But I could have different music that I'm listening to and you guys hear. But then once again, I don't want to do the electronic thing, and copyright's such a pain in the ass, and I'm fucking lazy. So there's all those things. Where's the thing that wasn't working? And I thought I titles are, didn't I drag it over here? Update. Oh, I put it under in progress. Now it's fixed. Hopefully. Lord Mac, I didn't play that game for much longer after he left. I got more and more bored, and I actually was like, I meant to ask you, I was like, was that game boring? It seemed kind of boring. And I felt bad at the end. I was like, I'm kind of bored. I wasn't saying bored. I was like, this is kind of repetitive. The airships game. And it's a bummer because I think it has a good basis. But they were talking about they're almost done with it. Recruit as army leader button. What would you think of that game? This is done. We did it. We've accomplished. Disable recruit when it isn't possible. I think we did that. Let's double check. I think this is working. Not there. Not there. So let's pick a random person. Let's do like the two parts. We're going to recruit them as an aide. It should refresh. They're an aide. Then let's recruit them as an army leader. And now they're an army leader, not an aide, and these are disabled. So that works. So that I like the aesthetic. The scale I'm not too into. It's 12:30 p.m. For me, so afternoon. After I started early today, I usually stream at noon, and I'm already 2 hours and 38 minutes in. So this is done. We can mark another thing off. I always like to have as many things as I can possible to mark off as done. When you right click to move a token to a county, you don't own it. Ask if you want to start a war. Just want to update that. We're almost done with this round of armies stuff. Let's look at this next thing. There was a thing I said that we got to fix right now. This is what we have to fix now. Then we also... So originally, when I made this in Unity, I had two groups, two panels here. So when you clicked on this, there was a hero panel and then there was an army panel. And this time I was like, I don't think I need the army panel. But now I'm thinking that I do need the army panel. Let's see what this looks like with it when it has two things next to it, like army and faction leader. I also do I love trading games. There's that Vargas game you're not in a ship, you're on like a or a caravan. That was pretty good. There was just like that game, you don't get any money from trading, just goods, and you got to do missions. It's weird. And so I was disappointed that it wasn't, and it got old quick. I don't know. It has everything there. That's what's crazy about it. It has all like you were saying. It's got all those islands. It's got this. They took all this time where you can customize your ships, turn them into crazy like gunboats with like machine guns if you wanted to do all machine guns, big cannons, whatever, lasers, yeah, all this stuff. And then like none of that stuff is very very useful because the trading is so weak. I don't know. It was weird. Yeah, I played for like maybe another hour or something, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna call it a night. Uh, so what I want is a game just like that, but you can just trade. You can buy low and sell high. You know, buy for $1, sell for two, or whatever, whatever the wire quote is. So what I gotta fix is this thing. This is not gonna work how I thought it would. So originally, we're gonna go back to my original thing. This was at the top, and I was gonna put these marks at the bottom. So we're gonna do that again. Yeah, actual trading. That's so we're gonna go back to how this was before, and have these little things at the bottom, and I just got to figure out how to do this. So we got this thing, and this is gonna be leader, and this we're gonna have another one of these for army. And we're going to need this H box is going to be, we're going to need 2 H boxes. Actually, we just need 1 H box. This needs to get out of here. But it doesn't need to be there. We want it to be in the upper left corner in this H box. We want these. Okay, if this is this easy, I'm going to be shocked. Okay, that's too easy. And then we're going to run this. That was way too easy. I mean, we need to fix the code and stuff, but I just want to see what it looks like. All right, I need something with a longer name. I guess I could have just looked for somebody with a long name. Earl Gonzalez. Let's see how. Howard Jenkins is a little bit longer. This is going to probably break something. Oh, it didn't break something. I mean, that came in right. All right, that was way too easy. I thought I was going to have to fuck with this for 30 minutes. So then back to here. We need 2 of these. And we're going to go. The fuck is this song? Yeah, I'm always talking about my music too. Like I'm always like, "Oh, this song's really good," and you guys can't hear it. And then I don't know, man. I even made a list. Uh, I even made a list that was like music that I've played and haven't played, so I could add it for streaming, and then I never used it because, like I said, I also listen to the same song over and over again. It's always just such a thing. So we're gonna need this hero texture box is actually going. So we're gonna need to. I'm hitting the wrong button. I'm gonna need Control R twice. This is gonna be. So it either if it's a faction leader, it will be there, and it will also be. So you can be a faction leader in an army, or you can be an aide, or a faction or an army leader. So it's kind of a. Maybe we should do. I don't know. This keeps changing. Why do I say title? This isn't. Oh, I see what I was doing. No, we'll get rid of title. Title isn't necessary. You know, Oregon Trail was a great game. I can't remember how the trading worked. Did do you trade with people on the Oregon Trail, or do you just start out with stuff? In the good old days, I feel like you just started out with stuff. The other thing I wish is that the chat went for both, like when someone chatted on Twitch, it went over to YouTube and vice versa. It doesn't seem to do that. I swear it did it the first day and then it stopped. So with this, well, I might change how this works. I might actually change how the whole aids work. Like you would still be an aid, but you would also be a. It's currently either or. You're either an aid to the leader or you're an army leader, but it should probably be you're an aid to the leader and an army leader. Hero list button. So this is when you spawn. So this is going to be over here. This is also getting kind of convoluted. I should probably break these into little methods. So this generates the hero list. This is the leader icon. These are the different textures. So if yeah, this is gonna with this we need that jump thing, a jump switch or whatever. So I was originally thinking general, but the problem is a post-apocalyptic thing, and I don't want like they wouldn't be a general; they would be like a war band leader or something, bandit leader almost. So if this is equal to true, and I think this should totally be like one of those jump list things, but I don't know how to do one of those yet. And is army leader is equal to false, then the army leader icon equals that, but then we're going to go hero prefab dot what did we call it? Army hide, and it will hide that one. War chief's possible, especially if you think, what did they call it in Mad Max, the new one? Because there was like war boys, right? But see, this is where this is gonna see, now we're gonna have another one. And this, if it equals true, then we do show and we gotta fix this thing though. This one needs the other icon, wherever I put it. But then, what is this else if? I can't do that anymore. If is an aid, that equals that, and then this is gonna be hide, and then the final yeah, this should be some. I'm gonna have to, you know what? Let's ask ChatGPT again. Let's see what ChatGPT says. Is army leader equals The units are, yeah, so they are going to be very small, especially at the beginning. So at the beginning, you're going to have like 10 or 20 people in your counties. Each county is going to have like very few people. So you'd only have like 5 people in your army, but over time, there would grow. War Master is pretty good. Do you guys remember what they were calling people in Mad Max? I'm not trying to copy Mad Max, but I was just thinking about it because there is some similarities. They were like war boys, right? Um, yeah, yeah, like squatter, yeah, like more like squad size. Um, and currently, how we're doing this is we're gonna hide. This is wrong. Wait, how are we doing this? This is right. This is wrong. We're gonna hide that one and show this one. Yeah, I think there's a better way to do this, but let's see if this works, and then if it works, we'll ask ChatGPT if there's a way. War Master, War Chief, and it can be changed later. We like as you become more organized. Um, well, something broke. Oh, I don't have the. We could change the name. Oh, different names to the different factions. That's possible. I'm also after the post-apocalyptic stuff is working. I want to add different factions where you start out just as different things. So uh, like you can start out as a vampire, as a druid, as an otherworld god, like that type of stuff. So I want to add like some crazy shit in there later to make it more, and you can turn that ability off. So like Dominions 5, where you pick all these different factions. Like, let's say you wanted just like a vanilla post-apocalyptic one, you could just turn off those things. I have all these grand plans. Don't know if I'll ever actually do it. But so this is a normal wingnut. We need to. So he's a faction leader. Let's recruit him as an army. Okay, that didn't work because why? Um, there's probably an easier way to do this as well, actually. Let's just do this. There's an easier way to do this. Let's duplicate this. And we'll go. And this one. I mean, maybe not easier. There's a different way to do this that I think will work. And I actually want to put in these armies. Army leader name suggestions. This isn't going to be a thing. It's not going to be an issue. War Chief, War Master, the Great. I'm gonna copy this over. Um, and different factions could. Well, I'm gonna put the other thing under this. Could have different army leader titles, thus making it more diverse. So each state, province, or whatever, because, you know, Canada's going to be in here too, is going to have one like starting area that has the same as the player. So the player is going to start with either like 10 or 20 or whatever people in their population. And each state will have one, but the other ones are very small. That's why, like, so that you don't get overrun right at the beginning by AI people. And I don't know how small yet, but like if we go to here, there's only 2 people. That's like kind of part of the plan, is to have these like smaller factions. Oh no, there's only one person here. That poor lady lives all alone. But you're going to be able to explore the county you're in to find more people to join you. That's like going to be a huge, not a huge, it's going to be a major mechanic. All right, we're going to put this thing. Where is this fucking thing? Hero list button. We're going to do another one of these. And what we're going to do instead here, we're going to build this. Man, I clicked on. Oh, good God. I clicked on chat on this thing, and on my like combined chat thing, and now they're like all highlighted on my side like they're important, and I can't make it stop. I don't know how to fix it. All right, I'll fuck with it later. This isn't built yet. Let's put this in here. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, like well, so the apocalypse gonna be like disease. That's why everyone's dead, but also um, you know, like wars and stuff. Let me put that on my list here. I like these suggestions. Give some originality to the things. Um, uh, or a faction could have the technical name for the different. You know what's interesting is Shadow Empire, when you make a unit, you don't get like a standard infantry unit every time. Like sometimes you'll have like a GI, and other times you'll have like I'm trying to think of the other names, but they're different, and they have like slightly different stats depending on what you like your faction discovered. Uh, and that's kind of it makes it kind of like you and you can find the other ones if you do the research search. You can like take the time to find the other ones. It's an interesting way to add some like so that each faction feels different when you play it instead of everyone having the exact same thing. Uh, where was this thing? Disable all titles. That's not it. It's here. It is not here. This is. We can close this actually. We're not gonna work on faction data either. Oh, except that's pinned. I guess I'm holding on to that. Hero list button. County info is where we're actually. Okay, so this stuff, we'll get rid of this completely. Oh, we can just, I'm retraining myself here again. Um, so if the leader is true and they're an army leader is false, we would do hero prefab leader show, and we would hide this one, and we would also hide, though, the aid one. And then if the leader is the faction leader and the army leader, we would show. Let's just copy these over. Whoops, not cut them. We would show and hide that. And then if it's an aid, we're currently doing it where the aid cannot also be an army hero or an army leader. They're different, but that's probably going to change. I think it doesn't quite work in my brain. And then, but we need to hide this guy. There's probably a way to do that. In fact, there is a way to do this if we made an array. We could just be like, hide 2, hide 6. Or, well, not 6. Hide 0, 1, or 2. Whoops. And then this one would be like this, I think. I think that's it. And then I'm going to call it a night or a day, an afternoon. It's literally only 1 o'clock. I'm shocked. Okay, they are the faction leader. They're not an army person. These are all faction leaders. Let's give this person, well, it's not really a promotion because they can die now. These both should have been shown. If his leader equals true and his army leader, I wonder if these are not getting I wonder if these are not getting set up right. Like if faction leader is getting turned off or something. Wait. All right, just making sure that those are right. Faction is leader. We change this. And you know what? Let's do this. Want to make sure that these things are right. I feel like something weird's going on. Aid. True, false, false. Oh, I think I know. I think this is firing when we make this person a army leader. It's like changing a bunch of shit that's wrong. No. Okay. No. No. It is showing the right thing. But this is wrong. But I think I'm going to call it a day. Um, there's a point where like my brain stops working and I can't even, like, the simple stuff starts getting really hard, so I'm not going to even fuck with it. Should be all right. I'm going to look at it one last time though. If the leader is true and the county leader and as the army leader is false, it should show this. If the county leader is true and the army leader is true, which is what we just saw, these should both be shown, and that didn't happen. Probably because this is why. Because then it finally gets to this thing, and this turns it off. Brain lag is a good way. This is the problem, is right here. Brain lag is a good way to describe it because it gets worse and worse. It's like compounding brain lag. Yeah, you know what? And I also said I was gonna have whatchamaffuck do it. Yeah, that was the problem. Let's do this too. Let's ask. I said I was gonna have Chat GPT see if they could do this better, and I want to actually do that because I need to continue to learn. Can you make this code better in C#? Certainly. You can use else ifs. You can't take ChatGPT's word every time, though. If you have never used it, you got to double check its work. Sometimes it's in complete insanity. So it put this inside here, and then it ditched that other shit. And these are, let's see if this works. It looks like it would probably work. I'm actually not going to delete that just yet. I'm just going to comment the whole thing out. And then I'm going to ask it if we can use a switch and see what it says. The switching pattern. So when I learn stuff, like, I need a working example for me to like kind of learn from, if that makes sense. It's harder for me to see, like, when I see a bunch like A, B shit, like A equals B equals C, that doesn't mean anything to me. I'm just randomly recruiting some people here. Eric Nelson, that looks like it's right. So that maybe we don't need another army thing down here because that seems like it's right. Let's see if I can. I'm gonna ask this thing if it can make it a switch though. Then maybe eventually I will understand switching patterns. Can you use a switch pattern thingy? I don't know. It never declines. I've never had it decline. But it definitely has given me the mistakes, and it has. So it's very confident all the time. It's very confident that it's right, and it's given me mistakes that were obviously wrong, and I say you've made a mistake, and it's like, oh yeah, you're right, and then it'll give me the same answer again, and it's like, no, this is the same answer. So this is like the pattern switching that's like the simplest that I understand. It has these, it wrote another one. where it had these lines in here. I don't know what the fuck. What does it tell me what these lines are? What the fuck are these lines? What the fuck are the underscores? Underscores. Placeholders for values you want to ignore. They are discard patterns. I actually have used these before in Unity. I didn't know what they were called though. Just copied and pasted them in there. Um, it did it in the most stupid way possible. Ask to switch on county population instead. All right. So this is like a lot like this other one, and it was just using the. This is previous 30 days. It was in this one. It was just using the placeholder things. And this is the one we were talking about like ages ago. Because there was three things. So that this is like much easier for me to understand than like the C plus A plus whatever. Yeah, that's what it just told me. It said discard or something. A discard thing. Switch. So let's put this one in here. I'm going to keep all of this code. We're going to keep all the code forever. This thing's going to be 10,000 lines long. 9,990 of the lines are going to be commented out. All right, now let's see. Yeah, well, yeah. Some people don't. I am very worried about losing stuff. So who did I click on? I just clicked on some random person. So let's turn them into an aid. We'll double check that. That works. This worked. Let's click on some other random person and turn them into an army leader. That works and that works. We don't have any bugs. And then let's turn the faction leader into an army leader. And that works as well. So everything works. So now I have 3 options that I can study at my leisure. This is pretty obvious though. You know what I mean? Like this makes sense. And that other one makes sense. Do I still have it up? In this other one, whenever I get to it. Like these ones, man, when you do like when you get bonuses for certain stats, this is going to come in handy. All this stuff. Yeah. I didn't know that. I didn't know anything about any of this shit. That's the good thing with chat is that they. Oh God, what is this song that you guys can't hear? I can't believe that song actually. There was a song earlier today that there was a warning that it had. I've never seen that with YouTube Music where it said like there's a warning. There's suicidal lyrics. It's like, there was. I think there was this one. But yeah, this is gonna be, man, when you do stats that give bonuses, the way I wrote it was like that. and it was a pain. But this is pretty obvious. Anyways, Ragathian, nice to see you. I started my stream earlier and I was just wrapping it up. Let me push this code actually to good old GitHub. What are we doing here? What did we do? We finished like a ton of shit. We just did that. So we're completely prepared to start wars now. We're completely prepared to start a diplomatic incident. We are prepared to start a diplomatic incident. I'm gonna close this thing. And that thing. We're gonna commit this thing. And then we'll probably push this. No, we got this one other thing. We got to make the armies move, which is the start of the diplomatic incident, and then we'll do a new branch. And then war is empty, but we'll add some things to war. But yeah, that was pretty productive. I didn't actually think we'd get that far today. Unlike yesterday. Yesterday was shitty. Anyways, that's it for me. I am going to call it a day and take a nap like I always do. Thanks, chat, for everything. And I will talk to you guys next time. Have a good day. Bye.